How many types of pizza actually exist? Let's find out. Neapolitan pizza, the legendary ancestor of every pizza you've ever eaten. Born in 18th century Naples when bakers first risked adding exotic American tomatoes to flatbread, 1889 changed everything. Chef Esposito created the margherita to honor the queen, using the colors of the Italian flag. It's protected by law. True Neapolitan must have a soft, charred crust called cornicione and be baked in 90 seconds. This is the gold standard. Pure simplicity in every bite. New York style. If Neapolitan is the ancestor, this is the king of street food. It all started in 1905 when Gennaro Lombardi opened the first U.S. pizzeria and realized New Yorkers are always in a rush. He made the slices bigger, thinner, and most importantly, foldable. Perfect for eating while walking. It has a thick, crispy edge, but the base is soft enough to bend without snapping. That's the New York fold, cheap, fast, and iconic. The true soul of the Big Apple in a single slice. Roman pizza. Unlike its Neapolitan cousin, this style has no strict official rules, allowing for total creativity. Most famous as pizza al taglio, or pizza by the cut. It's baked in long rectangular pans and sold by weight. It comes in two forms: a thick, airy focaccia-like base for takeaway, or a round, paper-thin version for sit-down dinners. Romans call it scrocchiarella, the crunchy one. The dough contains oil to achieve that signature shattering crispness. From simple olive oil to rosemary and potatoes, it's the ultimate canvas for Roman street food culture. Chicago deep dish. Is it a pizza or is it a savory cake? Invented in the 1940s at Pizzeria Uno in Chicago, it was designed to be a hearty meal, not just a quick snack. It's baked in a deep, round pan, giving it tall, buttery crust walls that can hold a mountain of ingredients. To stop the cheese from burning during the long bake, it's built upside down. Cheese on the bottom, meats, and a thick layer of tomato sauce on top. It's so heavy you need a knife and fork. Purists argue it's not pizza at all, but rather a delicious casserole. Colorado style, also known as the mountain pie. It features a massive, thick, hand-braided crust designed to hold absurd amounts of cheese and toppings. This pizza is an absolute beast. In fact, it's so heavy that it's usually sold by the pound, not by the pie. But here is the crazy part. It is traditionally served with a side of honey. Once you finish the cheesy part, you dip the leftover braided crust into honey, eating it like a dessert breadstick. Turkish pizza, known locally as Lahmacun. It's a very thin, round flatbread topped with a spiced mixture of minced meat, tomatoes, onions, and herbs. Unlike Italian pizza, there is absolutely no cheese and no thick crust. Because it's so thin, you don't eat it by the slice. You roll it up like a wrap. While the rest of the world calls it Turkish pizza, locals would never use that word. Paneer Tikka pizza. It features cubes of paneer cheese marinated in spiced yogurt and grilled tikka style. These cubes are placed on a standard pizza base with mozzarella cheese and a spicy tomato sauce. These cubes are placed on a standard pizza base with mozzarella cheese and a spicy tomato sauce. This style blew up in the 2000s when global pizza chains in India began adapting their menus for local tastes. Today, it's one of the country's most popular vegetarian pizzas, often finished with mint chutney for an extra kick. Detroit-style pizza. Created in the 1940s, it's baked in rectangular blue steel pans, originally borrowed from local auto factories. It features a thick, airy crust. But the secret is how the cheese is placed directly against the metal walls of the pan. As it bakes, the cheese melts down the sides, creating an incredible caramelized, crispy cheese edge. Oh, and it's assembled upside down. The tomato sauce is ladled on top right after baking. Catalan Coca. Often called Spain's version of pizza, it's a rustic flatbread that comes in both savory and sweet varieties. The most pizza-like version is topped with roasted vegetables like eggplant and peppers, and sometimes anchovies, baked in a wood-fired oven on an olive oil-rich dough, making it thin and slightly crispy. Once a simple peasant dish made with local ingredients, today it's a beloved regional specialty across Spain. St. Louis-style pizza. It has a cracker-thin, unleavened crust, meaning no yeast is used in the dough. Instead of mozzarella, it's topped with provel, a gooey, processed cheese unique to the city. Because the crust is so brittle, it's cut into small squares instead of slices, often called a party cut or tavern cut. Popularized in the 1960s by the regional chain Imo's Pizza, Greek pizza. Created by Greek immigrants in the United States during the 1950s. It is baked in shallow, oiled pans. which gives the crust a soft, chewy texture with a slightly fried bottom. The dough is puffy with high edges, topped with a mix of cheeses and an oregano-heavy tomato sauce. This style became a massive local favorite, especially in New England. California-style pizza. It combines a classic Italian thin crust with innovative, non-traditional toppings. Inspired by California cuisine, it's known for fresh ingredients like goat cheese, arugula, or BBQ chicken. Pioneered in the late 1970s by visionary chefs like Wolfgang Puck. It was later spread nationwide through popular restaurant chains like California Pizza Kitchen. New Haven Apizza. Created in 1925 by Italian immigrants in New Haven, Connecticut. It's famous for its extremely thin crust baked in coal-fired ovens until heavily charred. One of its most iconic versions is the white clam pizza, made with fresh clams, garlic, and olive oil. Locals simply call pizza a pizza, pronounced abits.